Hey, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to No Cupcake Zone podcast. To be updated with the latest podcast, please go to Spreaker and follow and like my podcast. Please also go to iTunes and subscribe and rate and review my podcast. If you want to be on the show or want information on my exclusive media package, please contact me at johnsonmarce@gmail.com. That's JOHNSONMARCE@gmail.com. You can also follow me on Twitter at NoCupcakeZone80. Also follow me on IG, and that is TripleBlack239. And also you can find me on Facebook. Thank you so much for listening. It's your boy, Triple BLACK, a.k.a. the number one stunner, a.k.a. the boss, a.k.a. Malcolm X, Martin Luther, and Marcus Garvey. All black, bitch. You already know what it is, man. Anyways, man, I got a special show. I always say it's a special show, but this time it is a special show. You already know. This is 239 unscripted. I know it's I say No Cupcake Zone, but this is 239 unscripted because we have somebody straight from the 239 in the building. They're not on the building, but they're in the airways. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, man. What's up, Kristi?
Hey, how you guys doing? It's Kristi, Naples High, one of the finest. They ever play ball down here. And I appreciate you having me on your show.
You know what? I always call you Kirsty, or what is it? Is it Kirsty?
It is. It's Kirsty.
Okay, man. Hey, man, thank you for coming on No Cupcake Zone. You know what I'm saying? I had to get some estrogen in here, all these dudes that I keep interviewing, I got to, show some love to the female athletes out there. So no one, better that I remember than you. So, you know what I'm saying? I have to give you some props. Man, what's good with you,
that,
man?
What's up with me?
Yeah, what's good with you, man?
Oh, man, that's teacher, Naples at Lely High School. This is 6 years being the head varsity girls coach over at Lely High School. I've been coaching for 9 years and back here and working in education and trying to give back to the kids and community and trying to build a program. We're struggling right now, but I mean, anything, Rome wasn't built overnight, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just putting in work with these girls and hopefully we can turn around this program at Lely High School.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to bust a couple shots at you. What the hell are you doing at Lely High School? I thought you were supposed to be a Golden Eagle.
I'm always an Eagle, man. I bleed blue and gold, you know what I'm saying? That's my pride, that's my alma mater. At the time when I came back down here after 2008, they didn't have a position. Coach Walker was still over there, and it was a coaching position over for Lely, and I didn't want to, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really want to take it, but, my dream, it ain't about that, you know what I'm saying? and I love ball, and I wanted to get into coaching, so they had a position open, and that's where it all started. I would have been in Naples if they had a position open, but they didn't at the time.
So in other words, you're lobbying right now to be a Golden Eagle. Okay, all right, good work, man. Good work, man. Good work. Round of applause.
My teammate over there, Daniela, what's up? Daniela, what's up? My teammate, she over there. She ain't in the back.
You know what? I want to keep it 100, man. We need you over there, man. I don't watch that much basketball, anyways, man. But I'm sure you do a good job. Anyways, man, just talk about, man. You were born and raised in Naples, through and through, right?
For sure.
Yeah, man.
Started playing in Little League in about 5th grade over at the rec center with James. You know what I'm saying? River Park.
Oh,
I
yeah.
played with the Tigers. Yeah, we beat the Eagles. I sucked. And K-Run them used to kick my butt all the time. And Aaron and Ronell, Buddha, all the cats, you know what I'm saying? I grew up with all of them.
Yeah,
playing
man.
with them and Tony Green. And then I figured out that I really like basketball. Playing
Yeah, man.
Pavilion, went to Golden Gate Middle, and played 6th grade with Ashley Robinson, Chica Burgess. They were all on the 8th grade team. I was out there as a 6th grader, and me and Lex, I ended up playing on the 8th grade team. And then the next year, Lex, when we were in 7th grade, we both played in the 8th grade. So it was all good. And then from Golden Gate Middle to winning a couple championships there at the middle school, and then playing a little AAU basketball for the Naples Girls Basketball Foundation from 6th grade till I was about 16, so to about 10th, 11th. And we traveled everywhere, you know what I'm saying, and was the Sunshine State MVP, you know what I mean, and won the state games or whatever that is in the AAU.
Right.
And then went off to Naples High School, and, we did our stuff out there. You know what I'm saying? A couple district championships under our belt, a couple regional finals appearances, but we never went to state. We always lost. That game right before.
Yeah, before we get into
years.
all that, man, talk about your family. And shout out to the Joneses, the Rosses, the Morgans. So you already know what it is, man. Hey, man, talk about your brothers and sisters, man. What's good with Corey? I haven't heard from that cat.
Corey's from Louisiana. He's a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing. He got 3 kids and a wife. My brother Tyrone is working over at the DMV. Tyrone's son Manny is playing football at Akron in Ohio. Full scholarship football player. Also a graduate from Naples High School. Tanisha is over at Naples High School. She's a teacher assistant over in autism unit, and we also have my younger sister Jasmine. She's working at the Willow, which is an addiction place around 41.
Yeah.
So she has a little girl. Tanisha has 2 girls. I'm the only one with no kids. But my family's good. I mean, my mom got rest of her soul. She passed in 08.
Yeah.
So we try to stay top.
Say that again?
We all hustling out here trying to grind, get this money. We sticking together, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You got you got a lot of athletes in your family, man. Tyrone was a good football player. Corey was a good football player. Manny is, really good. Aaron Miles. Hey, shout out to Ross. Rashad Rouse.
Yeah,
every time I see that cat, I would like to say that. Rouse.
Yeah, he played football for, Naples High, was on varsity and stuff too. He got a little heart issue, so then he ended up starting coaching, and he's one of the best cheerleading coaches down here in Southwest Florida at Top Gun. He's doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? My cousin and Aaron played ball at Community and did his thing. He also was a Golden Eagle too. Some people don't remember that.
Yeah, I remember that, Hey, shout out to Aaron, man.
Yeah,
man.
There's a lot of athletes in the family. Everybody ball.
Dang, man. You doing this interview is bringing up so many memories. When we were in the rec playing on those little ass rims. You remember that?
I remember all that, man. I'm telling you.
K-Ron,
K-Ron.
Dribbling.
That's
like
my cousin, too. K-Ron. He's doing his thing. He in Jacksonville.
Hey, you know what's funny about K-Ron? It was like I used to call him Young Gunner, because it didn't even matter. He was like the littlest kid, man. soon as he got in the game, he'll dribble, keep dribbling, and fire up. Though you couldn't tell K-Ron nothing about shooting. Boy.
He could dribble. K-Ron's quick. That's why I learned my quickness, man. Look at man, look at hot toss. Look at this one. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Look how he comes over. Look at Gary Kittles. You see how he don't know people who do. I'm like, man, come on, K-Ron. You gotta be watching all this. And that's how I really learned to play. You know, the boys used to beat up on me.
Yeah, well, I used to call him Stefan Strawberry in high school.
K-Ron.
K-Ron. Shout out to K-Ron, man.
K-Ron up there in Jacksonville doing his thing, man.
Yeah. Hey, so you first started playing basketball. Who were some of your influences? Like your favorite players and stuff?
Major influence, of course, Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
I remember being like 10 and sitting on the floor watching the Bulls playing the finals with my Uncle James, K-Ron's dad, and my Uncle Bruce. And they used to just, you know, they had me watching. I was like, oh, my God. Like, I love this dude. Like, he was a major influence. And I wanted to be the first girl in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? That's what I used to say. I played with DeAndre and Buddha and all those cats over, you know what I'm saying, at the time. And I was like, man, I want to be the first girl out here. I want to be the first girl in the NBA. I'm going to play with y'all.
You wanted to be the youngest in charge, huh?
That's you know, she a girl. She can't play. She can't shoot. You know what I'm saying? I like that challenge. Too long in the WNBA, she got in some trouble, but those two were major influences for me.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Yeah, did you play any other sports?
No, I could play all. I ain't trying to be cocky, but I really did. I did a little soccer, little league, you know what I'm saying, in like elementary, and that was about it. I did soccer and then basketball, mostly basketball, more than anything. I played softball for fun.
Yeah.
And I did other stuff, volleyball.
Man, how did you stay away from softball, man? Because softball, like growing up, like Naples had like a chokehold on everything. You know, they used to win the national championship in high school,
you know
state championship.
Johnson, you want to hear something, you know what I'm saying, that's so crazy, is my mother, God rest her soul, Denise Jones, was a Naples High graduate, and they won states, and she was heavily recruited, and they used to call her, like, the big hit, you know what I'm saying, big ticket, because every time she get to the line, she would hit it. She had the most home runs in the single season, you know what I'm saying, Naples High, she had that title for them. It's all basketball. And I used to go even when I was little to play in the little women's leagues. You know, she played in the little leagues around town, you know, at Fleshman and at Avalon Park and all these other parks. But I ain't really like it like that. While she plays softball, I'll be somewhere over there trying to fill a basketball.
So Mom was a big time athlete too. So you get it from her too, huh?
She was the truth of football. And anybody went to Naples High in the 70s would tell you that.
Yeah.
My mom could play some softball. But all the girls was great for softball at Naples High. From then until now.
Yeah. Man, shout out to Scent, man. My mom loved her some Scent.
Y'all used to live by us, man. Y'all used to live by us over there.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. Man, but
I tell Mama too. Mama at the park, you get it to with your dad.
Yeah.
I know it's so funny. We was just talking about that.
Hey, man. You know what? My earliest memory moving over there, the first day I moved over there, it was your cousin Aaron, and he got in a fight with Kid. Like, all the kids, like surrounded and instigated this thing. And next thing you know, like the next day, I'm like the new guy in town. And of course, I had to get in a fight.
Oh Lord, this year they put you in.
Yes.
They jumped you in.
Yeah, I know, man. God,
Welcome
I
to River
remember
Park.
those days. Yeah, welcome to River Park, man. Hey, man, talk about middle school, man. You were a pretty dominant player and Optimist. Talk about that experience.
I loved Optimus, man. Optimus was the real deal. And see, Optimus, like, slow it down. It's not as intense and as competitive as it used to be back in the day. Because back in the day, we had 3 teams. We had a 6th grade team, 7th grade team, and an 8th grade team. And if you could compete at either level, regardless of what grade you're in, that's where you landed. And they only keep about 11 to 12 kids on each team, regardless. Some people don't make it, you know what I'm saying? So it'd be cool. Like, I went out to play, like I said, after playing with the Tigers, with James in the River Park. And they were like, I was looking for my name in the 6th grade list. And like, the 8th grade. I was kind of smaller, you know what I'm saying, back then. But man, I enjoyed playing with Ashley Robinson and Yashika, Sarah Burgess, and all those girls early on.
Out of all of them,
you remember Sandra?
Yeah, Sandra Devlin.
Yeah. Devlin, yeah. Play with Sandra, man. It was pretty cool, man. They were all like 2 years older than me, but it was just fun. You know what I'm saying? I think that 6th grade year is what made me just absolutely just fall in love with ball, because It was just so much fun and competing with them girls and winning championships. It was like, oh yeah, I could do this. And then they used to line the boys in the morning and go to the gate. We get there early, we go outside to play basketball. We used to line up and start playing one-on-one. And to this day, Benny, Haitian Benny, right?
Yeah.
I remember I beat Benny in front of the whole school, and he was salty about that. He hated me.
I believe it. He had a little jumper, though. He had a jumper.
God. When Benny got older, and he would just kill me at the Kennedy Center. You know what I'm saying? Because because boys, y'all kind of develop sometimes a little later.
Yeah.
So then he got a little bit bigger and quicker, and his handle was on point. He killed me. He was like, "Yeah, you take this out, huh?" I was like, "Nah, you good. Don't get mad at me from back in middle school. That's old. You the man. You the man."
Hey, did you guys win the championship for Optimus?
Yeah, we did.
Hey, I'm gonna put you on the spot real quick. All right, you mentioned Sheikah, Ashley, and Lex. Which one?
Sandra.
And Sandra. Which one was the toughest to guard?
Oh. Oh. Shout out to the twins. The twins played with us the whole time. Man, I'll have to give it my biggest challenge to me.
Who?
Lex. Yeah. All them girls are great. Man, Lex, this is the real deal.
You know what about Lex? She had this little tough look on her face all the time. She a little scrappy player, isn't she?
Lex could play and had a J out there. You don't even know Lex shot like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we always play together. But we do a little one-on-one, all the time we play together. But just her and I. But, man, we get in the game, even high school, you know what I'm saying? And I'll break somebody down, cause them up, whatnot, kick it to Lex. But
yeah, I remember that, man. That's one thing that Naples High could count on is the girls being good at basketball and softball. Everything else was up in the air, but girls basketball and softball, they're always good.
Yeah.
Hey, man. So did you start? Oh, I'm sorry. Did you start your freshman year?
Oh, yeah. It was crazy, though. Let me tell you about tryouts, right? Me and Lex, we tried out. You know what I'm saying? We already talking. Oh, man, we going to be out there. We going to be out there like 40 points. You know what I'm saying? We joking with each other. Oh, we going to be out there. We going to rule. It was Stephanie and Brooke Tomlinson and Sheikah and Ashley and all these other girls. And we, they're all like juniors, seniors. So we never thought in a million years we was going to make varsity at all. We was just like, oh, we going to ball out, do our thing. So we go in the locker room and check, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is varsity. Oh, man. And she was like, well, what you going to do? I'm like, man, I want to play. I was like, I want to play too. So Coach Walker is one of those people, he's old school. So no matter what, that we were freshmen, so we were good enough to be on the varsity team, and we were good enough to start. But he always, you know what I'm saying, he had showed mad seniority and respect for people that were seniors.
Right.
Because a lot of girls that come through Naples High, you know what I'm saying, girls, period, are going to school for other just basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to be doctors, lawyers, pediatricians, nurse, whatever. He knows that they're going to college. So he would always, no matter if they played 10 seconds or a minute, he would always start his seniors. So the seniors would start, and then he'd sub us in, you know what I'm saying, first dead ball. So our first year, we didn't start. But then every year after that, we started.
Yeah. Hey, take us back. When was the first game that, you're a freshman, you don't have your confidence 100%. When was the first game where you were like, man, I can do this. This is easy?
What game? And there were so many things. I can't even. I'm going to try and think back. I think we had upset. May have been Mariner. Or it was a Fort Myers school, and they were like supposedly be there. They had all these Division I players, and I was playing majority of the game, like scoring a lot of points in the game, and I was, I deserve to be here. At first, I was scared, and sometimes, you know what I'm saying, Johnson, I'm my own worst critic. Like, if I miss a couple shots, I didn't want to shoot no more because I felt that I should be perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, I ain't. But just rising to the occasion, you know what I'm saying, playing that tough guard that's supposed to be going to whatever university and shutting them down. Like, that's what I live for. So in that, we played. It might have been there. Could have been Fort Myers. I don't know, but it was at least.
How many points did you score?
Oh, man. Oh, I don't know. I probably average. I was up there like 15 and maybe 10 steals sometimes, 10 to 8 assists. I passed as much as I scored. That's why it's kind of shocking that I had that many points my junior year because I ain't used to shoot like set up. I was never really assertive on offense. You know what I'm saying? So I just shut the main person down on the other team and guarantee my team a win, and we win about 30, 40 points. I didn't care. I didn't need to score 40. I wanted to win, and I wanted my teammates to enjoy the game too. So I always tried to be a team player. Pass the ball, get my assists in, get my steals in, and score a little bit of points here and there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it had to be that first time we upset. I think it's Mariner at home.
Yeah.
My freshman year, and I was like, yeah, I can do this. Coach was like, that's your job. You guard her. She don't score. You go to the bathroom. You follow her. You go take a pee. You tell me what she ate for lunch. He was like, all that. So I was like, yeah, I got you.
Now, I want you to be the honest. Because you're a freshman, there had to been somebody that you were nervous about. Can you, go back and was like, man, this girl right here, oh boy, she might cross me over, and there's got to be a couple players.
Oh man, it had to be up in like regionals. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing in county wise, nothing in Collier. Like Dave had them established like a very good girls basketball program at Naples High. So I don't recall being nervous playing up against anybody, you know what I'm saying, district-wise and down this way. It was just like when we went other places and played like Sarasota, Riverview, or we played Clearwater and one of the Miss Basketball, Shaniki Wyatt, you know what I'm saying, the number one player in the state.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that right there was like, that was for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was the best basketball player in the state. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's up.
Yeah.
It wasn't really anything local.
She was baller, huh?
She crossed up, and she was balling. She crossed up. She went to Florida State on the full scholarship. She was all that and then some.
No doubt. Man, well, talk about Coach Walker. 33 years at Naples High. The influence, the legacy. Talk about that, man, because I remember I used to see Coach Walker in high school. All business. Talk about the man.
Oh man, he would just. I remember, since we talking freshman year, I remember summer workouts like after first year, you know, like returning. He had a meeting with us. We go in the, you know what I'm saying, in the gym, and he sit us all down, and he said, you know, okay, you got to start preparing for next year. You know what I'm saying, before we even hit. And he was like, you have to be there. It's not an obligation. But the look on his face when he said those words, if you want to play basketball on his team, every single workout, off-season, summer workouts, weight room, weight training, you were there. It just, his whole demeanor, I mean, that man is such a great role model figure. He taught me everything I know. I mean, it's about being punctual, being on time, carrying yourself a certain way, representing not just yourself, your family, but this entire school. I mean, he taught us to play with a lot of pride.
Yeah.
Where teams were much better than us, but he had already prepared us. He's a great man. No business, no bars. He was late. He ran. He didn't care if he was the best person on the team or the worst person on the team. He even kick his daughter out of practice sometimes. He tell Tiffany Walker to get the hell out the gym. You know what I'm saying? So,
speaking of his daughter, I was in the same class as his daughter. You want to talk about somebody who can prepare your girls for that whole process too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And that's what I take from it. I didn't take it like that, you know what I'm saying, knowing the caliber player that I was and where I was ending up. But I mean, JUCO was amazing. I went to, like I said, the Central Florida Community College in Ocala, which is one of the best JUCOs you could go to. And then it's a 4-year university now because they increased the population, whatever. But girls from D.C. was one player, and you know what I'm saying, in D.C., a girl from Detroit, I had a girl from Turkey, girls from Africa. I mean, it was still that college experience, and I didn't think that going in. I was just like, oh, I'm at Edison. You know what I'm saying? Like, not thinking that this is a very competitive place that you probably be here for a year and then be gone.
Right.
You might be here for 2 years and be gone. It's just it's a stop. You know what I'm saying? And I remember not even being excited about being chosen to be on that state all-star team. You know what I'm saying? Because I was still bummed out that I was going the JUCO route. But it was the best thing that ever happened to me, and I enjoyed it.
Hey, man, if you guys are out there listening, man, and I've had this conversation with other guests on the show, especially with the SAT and the ACT. It's
serious, man.
Yeah, it's in the aptitude tests, but it's very important that you do practice, because I don't care how smart you are, you have to know how to attack those questions they ask. You know, you can be the smartest person in the world, but if you don't know how to answer those questions, you're not going to do good.
You can't test well. Yeah. I'm telling you, Justin, I had 3.2 in high school. I wasn't no dummy. You know
I know.
I was being lazy. I was getting lazy. So for me not to be able to pass the SAT and the ACT and get the score that I needed, which is, it's a little bit different now because with the GPA being in the threes, you don't have to score as high. But back then, you had to have your 21. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You had to have your 2021, which is for most kids these days, it's very easy. Right. Because of the way schools are set up now and they're testing these kids much earlier. But yeah, that stuff is serious. You can be the best player in the world. If you do not get your test scores, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. And you can be the smartest person and not do good on that test if you don't practice. Because those questions are designed to be answered a certain way. You know? Yep. Yeah. So that's very important. Man, so you went to JUCO, man. Talk about that experience, man. Man. Basketball-wise.
Basketball-wise, we went to the state finals my sophomore year. I got all region honors both years. I was in JUCO, too. I remember just being, as a freshman and having to get up at 5 in the morning and run miles from my coach who was on the golf cart chilling, you know what I'm saying? And we were running miles and we got the medicine ball and we Indian running for days. and then after that, you got 8 o'clock class and you got to send the first 2 rows and you got progress report every week and then you had individual workouts and then you had practice and then you got study hall and then you do it all over again. It was way intense. And I was just like, oh my God, what am I doing? But I eventually adjusted and I was a little homesick, you know what I'm saying, being up there, but I still was able to come home sometimes. I remember there was one major hurricane my sophomore year. Coach, it might have been my freshman year. It might have been Andrew. And Coach told me, not Andrew, Charlie told me not to come home. And I came home anyway. When I got back, and, the other girls on the team, they told on. They said I left. And he made me run for hours. I'm talking about hours. The whole time everybody was in study hall, I was outside running. And had people, he had people in the back, like, watching to see if I walked. Because I'm like, how do you know I'm walking? And I didn't know he had people spying on me while I was running, too. So he was like, you're going to keep running if you keep walking. I was like, oh, man, this man is crazy. But I learned to, respect authority, and I can't do what I want to do when I want to do it. And if he says it's dangerous and don't go home, like, say it, but it's free. No matter how homesick I was.
Yeah, you hurt my heart when you said an Indian run with a medicine ball.
Man, and dude used to be chilling on the golf cart. Oh, my God. It was crazy.
I would have probably gotten in a fight with someone right afterward because anyone that would have touched me, looked at me wrong, it would have been wrong. I mean, it would have been on. I would have been putting hands on somebody.
And he used to say little stuff like, where are you from? Naples, Florida. Get off there. You're running so slow. I'm like, oh, my God. This man is crazy. But it was all good.
Yeah. So did you have some big games in college? JUCO? Yeah.
I mean, I must have because I made little region or whatever they call it. You know what I'm saying? We used to play all the little PJC, Tampa, TCC. We played all those schools. I don't know what I averaged. I don't remember which game was the biggest, but just to get chosen, our team, we ended up having such a good season. My sophomore year, we ended up playing up in the Panhandle for the state games. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah. So, talk about the recruiting process the second time around, where nobody could hold you back.
Yeah, having all my ducks in a row. I was supposed to end up going to this all-black school. It's called Southern University in Louisiana.
Yeah.
But and they were Division I, and then I also had a couple schools up north, like Rhode Island, looking at me, and then some schools in Texas, low D1s, and I ended up choosing to go it was down to two for me. I was going to either go to Southern in Louisiana, in Baton Rouge, or I was going to go to a D2 school, which is at Georgia College and State University. And I ended up going to Georgia because I have family out there. And I didn't really want to go too far away. I ain't know no one out in Louisiana, so I chose that. And I don't like the cold. So I met with the coach there, and it was cool. So getting recruited a second time around, it was just like, all right, you got everything you need, come. You know what I'm saying? That's it. It wasn't no, you've been rejected or waiting for a letter, you know what I'm saying, like in high school or something like that. So it was pretty cool. Played up there, enjoyed it. Set a couple single season steal records while I was there. I think I had like 113 my freshman year, and not my freshman year. My first year at the school was my junior year. 113 steals, 100 some assists, and averaged like 8 points my junior year. And then my senior year, I was averaging 10 points. I had 111 steals. Set another single season steal record in the school history. It had like another 100 assists too. So, I mean, it was cool, and got a Peach Belt Conference honor up there. We went to the Sweet 16 my junior year. Trying to recall everything, and that was it. I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the whole journey, and the recruiting process from high school, and then the second time around, it was cool. And still playing ball and realizing, you know what I'm saying, no matter what level you play at, college is college. You know what I'm saying? A degree is a degree.
Right.
And I think that took a lot of growth, you know what I'm saying, with getting my AA from Central Florida and graduating, and then coming back home and teaching and coaching and doing what I love, you know what I'm saying?
And you said Southern. Didn't your brother graduate from there?
Yes, my brother did graduate from Southern. Can you believe that? And I told that coach, no, I was not coming. And, I had FGCU. I'm forgetting, man. FGCU, the home team. They had recruited me heavy, and I told Coach Mexico no. And you see what they turned out to be? I mean, because they weren't in a conference yet. And it was just like I would have been playing just to be playing, and like I said, I wasn't really looking at the big picture. You know what I'm saying? If I had any sense, I would have went there, because they ended up winning like the D2 national championship like a year later, and I told them no. But,
they have a really good program on both sides, the man and the female. Oh my goodness, Coach Semesco laughs all the time. You know, he's like, "You the one that got away." I was like, yeah, I know. I wish I would have stayed. And to see what program he built, and man, those girls are amazing. They're killing. Yeah, Georgia State. What city is that?
It's in Millersville, believe it or not. It's a small city outside of Macon, Georgia.
Oh, you said Macon?
Outside of Macon, yeah. It's not in Macon. It's about 20 miles.
When you go up and drive, do you see signs that says your kind is now welcome here?
No. I will tell you though, man, my first year, my junior year, when I went up there, like 03, 04, I'm driving, right? And my little Kia all the way to Georgia, you know, car packed. You know, I'm leaving Florida, I'm going to Georgia. I'm trying to figure out how to get to the school, because you got to go, like, through Macon to get to the school. And, you know, what's the college right there in Macon? Mercer. I see Mercer, and I'm like, okay, there's Mercer. Where is this school? And then they're like, it's not the one that's in Atlanta. Okay, Atlanta's, like, another 45 minutes away from Macon. So I'm like, all right. And there's this little road, this little podunk road, so small. And you have to go down it for about 20 minutes, and then you'll see the town. It's Millersville.
So
it's crazy.
After you guys won the game, instead of going out to eat and party at a club, did you guys go to Walmart?
Man, get out of here. We got clubs, man. Capital Cities, what's up? Milledgeville, Georgia. I'm telling you, Capital Cities, what's up?
It was
Hey,
Walmart, the hangout.
No, let me tell you something. Okay, Ben Roethlisberger, you remember when he got in trouble?
Yes.
For, like, the little rape charges?
Yeah.
He was at my school, clubbing in my town in Milledgeville. He got caught up. I say, wow. Ben Roethlisberger was in the club in Milledgeville, a little downtown area. It ain't no bigger than Naples. Like, come on, man. Big Ben, you could have been in Atlanta. Why are you in Milledgeville?
So the girl was like, "Oh, this is okay. My uncle does this with me all the time, huh?" Was it one of those backwards sound like that?
Now I know who you are. It's rape. Yep, it was something like that. Now I know who you are, sir. That's rape.
Yeah, my uncle and my dad, they used to do this to me all the time. But you play in the NFL? Okay, yeah, he raped me.
Yeah, it's little clubs and stuff down there, man. You got big up Milledgeville. You gotta go there. I can't explain it. It's very country.
Yeah.
I was kind of shocked. Like, ain't no beach here. I was like, where's the nearest beach? They're like, Savannah. And where's Savannah?
Oh, goodness.
3.5 hours away. Oh, man. Oh, I'm good.
Yeah. Was it? Yeah, because those towns are like the same everywhere. They got one Walmart. They got one Popeyes. And everybody hangs out at both.
Oh man, they had a couple little spots, man. I'm telling you, like it's not as country as you think. I know I was kind of taken back with the hills and all that, but they got little spots over there to hang out. It's a couple clubs up there. We used to have a good time and hit downtown, and they have their show every college town. It's like Athens. Have you ever been to Athens?
Nah, I've never.
Milledgeville.
I haven't been
Athens,
that way.
where UGA is set up the exact same way as Milledgeville, where I went to play ball at. It's a small town, and it's a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much what it is. Is that it's a little bit city-like, and if we want to turn up for real like that, we just go to Atlanta. It's 40 minutes away.
Let me ask you a question. If I was in a car and I had a big old Obama sticker and a cop got behind me, would I get pulled over?
No, man, they cool. They cool, man. Ain't nobody gonna mess with you like that. I used to think they were like the blue-eyed devils when I got there, but then you'd be surprised. A lot of people, hey, how you doing? You playing ball at the college? Yes, ma'am. When's your next game? Yeah,
we don't like black people, but since you play basketball, you're all right.
Man, I used to live and go to Corral, boy. I'm telling you. A lot of restaurants, man, that I didn't even know nothing about. Because I got to college, boy. On Christmas break, when everybody else was at home and we had to be up there for tournaments and stuff, we'd go to Corral for breakfast, lunch, dinner. Like, man, I don't want to see the buffet no more. I'm good.
So you, how did you end up, I'm talking about ended your whole career over there. I mean, on a high note, were you guys very good?
Oh yeah, our team was good. We went to the Peace Belt. We weren't as good as we were my junior year. We graduated a lot of girls. We had like 6 seniors on our squad. So and then a couple girls that were returning that would have been great was kicked off my senior year, but we finished out all right. And like I said, I mean, my junior year, I was up there, 34 games. I started in 30. In my senior year, I started in every game. You know what I'm saying? So, played a lot of minutes. We went to the Sweet 16 for Division II basketball my junior year. But that's about it. We didn't make it out of conference play. Yeah. We won the conference Peace Belt, I think, my junior year. We didn't win or go to any type of tournament play like that my senior year.
Okay. So,
but I ended on a good note.
Yeah. So, did you had any chances to play at the next level, like overseas or any pro basketball leagues?
No, I had a couple semi-pro team in Tampa I was going to play with, but nah, that ain't work out because I'm not driving to no Tampa. And then I had a professional semi-pro thing over in Vienna. My mom was like, no, because, you know, get over there and not come back. They do terrible things to Americans. So I ended up like not really like trying to take opportunities to really play at the professional level like that. Like I didn't even really give it a try. But I had a couple of coaches. I went to an exposure event, 1 or 2 exposure events, and they just didn't kind of pan out the way that I felt like that was for me.
Yeah.
And I was okay with getting into the workforce, you know what I'm saying, and start substitute teaching, start coaching, and just taking that route. Looking back, I probably should have pushed it a little bit harder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because some of those things are set up to take money. And that's what the 2 that I went to kind of were. It wasn't about really, it wasn't professional, just put it that way. It was something that looked like something. I got a letter, and it was like, come, but it wasn't a real, you know what I'm saying, pro workout. And the approach to the one thing in Vienna would have been nice, but I didn't follow up on the opportunity.
So it sounded like it was a dude with one gold tooth saying, let me holla at you. Come in like some Funky Finger 5. I mean, some Funky Finger production type thing, huh?
The one in Palm Beach was like that, but the one I went to in North Carolina was pretty much legit. It was real professional. They were selected out of like 300 girls, like 15 to go over there and play over in Vienna, and it was just kind of shady though because they were like, you got to pay for your own flight. You know what I'm saying? Being straight out of college, like I ain't got $2,000 to put on no.
Well, they're gonna play you so in barbecue, you know right? They're gonna give you a piece of chicken like, after the game.
You oh, when you get over there and they're gonna take care of you. Nah, man, it wasn't legit. It didn't feel right. You know what I'm saying? Because if it were really professional like that, it would have been like, all right, here's your plane ticket, here's your itinerary, you show up here, you play here. But I know a friend of mine who played with me, and she stuck with it after like 4 or 5 years, and she finally got picked up and played down in Brazil and stuff like that. She kind of stuck with it. You know what I mean? I just said, all right, it didn't pan out the way, you know what I'm saying, how they picture it in the movies and all this and that, and I ain't had nobody say, here you go, here's your contract, none of that. So I just went to work, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody's meant to play at that next level.
Yeah, so the dude was trying to give you a contract and have you put a deposit down at the same time, right? Telling you you're going to get your money back when you get overseas.
Yeah, we're going to pay for your room and board. And man, come on, man. You can't even get my plane to you, bro. I'm good. I'm good.
Man. So, you just say, you know what, chalk it up as a loss. Let me come back home. What was your first job out of college?
Oh, man, I was just talking to my cousin. My first job out of college was in Georgia, and I was doing sports marketing in Atlanta. And I was working at this huge place, and all these people were, like, really professional and had all these business degrees and this and this and that and the third. And I was like, they're not going to really hire me. You know what I'm saying? But I got the job, and it was cool. But then I kind of figured it out. It was on some, like, hustle and bustle, like, you know what I'm saying, like sales, like straight sales. And I'm like, I don't like that. You had to go call people, knock on doors. Like, no, I'm not for that. I went to school to be in education and teach. So that didn't last long.
Yeah. You know what? I would say I got a similar story. When I graduated from college, but one of my first jobs was this job that I saw in the paper, and it was like, oh yeah, because I had a marketing degree, and you know, sales and marketing, blah blah blah. So I go in for an interview. So I'm, you know, shirt and tie, jacket on. So I'm thinking, oh yeah, this is gonna be big time, right? Get in there. It's at a warehouse. the guy was like, fill out all these papers. There's a 90-day probationary period. So I was like, all right, got my, degree. Yeah, I'm finna do some sales and marketing. It's just such an empty ass degree. But anyways, this guy gave us toys to go sell door to door to people.
Yeah,
that was the sales and marketing.
And I was thinking, Atlanta, oh my God, sports marketing, and they do all these different things. It was like some old booklet. I'm like, man, this is crazy. So then I left and went to, my grandmother bought a home up in Warner Robins right outside of Macon. It's like 15 minutes. So I left Atlanta, I went to Warner Robins, and I started working in Macon doing insurance. And that was kind of cool, and I probably could have made a decent career out of it. At least I wasn't going door to door. But I was like, nah, this country life ain't for me. I got to come back home. So I came back home. Yeah. And I started substituting coaching. And the rest is history.
Yeah. So, Lely, was it really weird coaching on the other side? The first time you coached against Naples High and Coach Walker, was it weird?
Oh, my God. It was kind of crazy because they gave me this, sick introduction. Gave homage to me like I'm on Naples High School team. You know what I'm saying? The very first time I coached as a varsity coach against Coach Walker. It was kind of surreal.
Was it like that?
Yeah, they were like, returning to Naples. They gave me all this crazy introduction. I was like, oh my God. It felt good. It just was good just to see that, okay, Coach Walker, you're here, I'm here now, and I'm coaching, we next to each other, we're going against each other. Believe it or not, my team back then was pretty good. The last couple of years, we've been a little shaky. The last, 4 years, we ain't been too good.
Yeah.
3-4 years, we ain't been too good. But
have you got a win over Coach Walker?
Oh, I did. I beat him.
Yeah.
I beat him twice. I remember that. Oh, man, it was crazy. I felt like I won the national championship. I was like, yes. The student beat the master, the teacher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
It was cool.
Yeah. So you're the head basketball coach. That's crazy.
6 years.
Yeah. So, Lely is unique. Really unique situation, and it's kind of crazy because the coaches that they have are really young. Like the basketball men's coach, the head football coach, is really young.
Really young and black. You can't forget that.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. At Naples High School, there's never been a black head coach. Really nowhere in this county have we had black head coach. So for Lely High School to have 3 head black coaches and young, that says a lot for Lely High School.
Yeah, Coach Johnson, shout out to Coach Johnson, man. I heard he got a head coaching job over at Gulf Coast.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Coach
Phil Johnson.
Yeah. But before that, man, it was just, and Phil been coaching forever.
Yeah.
Phil was also, when he at Naples?
Yeah, he was always like the JV coach for the longest. That's why I was surprised when Tommy Smith left. They had Arias, but I was surprised that he didn't end up, being the head coach at Naples.
Coach Smith?
No, Coach Johnson.
Oh, yeah, you would think he would have taken the reins. That's what I was saying. Like, the Naples High School, I'm not trying to throw no shade. This ain't never been no black head coach over there. Never.
In any sport,
no football,
huh?
no basketball, no nothing. Huh?
That is, yeah, you know what? That is crazy.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's all I'm going to say. But, I think it all works out, and God has a plan for us all. Mm-hmm. And Coach Johnson, big ups to him. You remember Coach Ayers from Naples High?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
the AD out there at Gulf Coast. You know Phil. Him and Phil coach together at Naples High. You know Phil's a great dude. Phil's out there at Gulf Coast, and we got us three over here at Lely. So we all trying to do our thing, trying to show our kids that they can strive to be whatever they want to be.
Yeah.
And give back to the state and the community that right here where we grew up in. So that's what's up.
Yeah, man. I got to get one of your Lely coaches, if you know Comer. I mean, I'm sure you do, or Fritz. Tell them they're invited to No Cupcake Zone anytime.
For sure. I'll hit both of them up. I'll come hit you up.
Yeah, man. Now, I'd like to have it. So you coach the South, the girls South squad?
For high school?
Yeah.
Yeah. I coached it this past year, and I coached it one other time a couple years back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they gave me that same group that does that, the foundation. I think I got like Coach of the Year one year, like my first year or something like that. Wow. So it was big ups. Yeah, Troy and all of them, they pick coaches and ask them to step in, and I love doing that because it's like an all-star game. You get to coach kids that you've been playing against, preparing against.
Yeah.
And all the kids play together, so it was really cool to be a part of that.
That's awesome. Man, Kristi, it's been real, man. I know it's New Year's, and man, I'm in Fort Myers right now. For the longest, I don't know if it was been gunshots or fireworks, man. I'm trying to stay away from any windows. It's real out here in Fort Myers, man.
Yes, sir. I'm being far away from Fort Myers. I ain't trying to be nowhere near.
Yeah, I ain't trying to be around no large crowds or anything. But I
was at ZombieCon, man. That was crazy.
You were there?
I was gone. Like, it started getting really packed, and we left like 2 hours before that whole thing happened.
Wow.
So I'm glad we left. That's all I'm gonna say. Man. Oh man, that was crazy.
That's crazy. I won't go to anything that has anything. When I know there's gonna be more than 100 people, I'm not going nowhere.
So you don't do the classic up in Orlando, never? College, none of that.
Man. Yeah. I like my life, and plus I'm too grown for it.
I was just gonna say that too. We outgrow certain things.
Oh yeah, man. You know what? I realize that 35-year-old dude churning up. It's not a good look.
Nah, you gotta be in your grown man stuff.
Yeah, every once in a while, like that's why I have some rules, man. If you're over 35, actually, a dude, if you're over 45, you got to be at the club by 12. If you're a female and you're over 35, you got to be at a club by 12 too, because there's nothing in there for you.
I ain't quite there yet, but I'll be there in a couple more years.
Yeah, so you better get churned up. You better start churning up because it's gonna be over pretty soon.
Nah, I'm gonna bring in the new year correct, the right way. I'm gonna go to church.
All right, man.
Church at home. Church at home, man.
Well, again, thank you so much for coming on. You're welcome to come on No Cupcake Zone anytime.
I appreciate it, Johnson.
All right, man. You have a happy new year.
You too. And I'll get with Fritz and Coma for you, and I'll shoot you information so they can get with you.
All right, no doubt, man. I appreciate that.
No problem.
All right, you have a good one.